Choosing authenticity in your business sounds like something that's really beautiful and exciting to do, but it's also something that can be a little bit tricky to do because we're all looking at each other going, what is authentic? And when you're looking at others to find your own authenticity, it turns out you're looking in the wrong place. Authenticity is going deep within yourself to discover what it is about you in particular that is unique and what are the values and morals and ethics that align with you and your particular way of being. So when we're looking at authenticity in business, it's looking at how am I being in my business. And for me, I am a recovering people pleaser. So the more authenticity that I discovered, the more I discovered on my shadow side, I had a lot of people pleasing that I needed to look at. The way that that would show up is, for example, if I had a deadline that was quickly approaching, I would start freaking out that, what is the client thinking? Are they upset that I haven't got this project done yet? Or, if there was somebody that perhaps I couldn't help, that I didn't have a service or they weren't a good fit for me, feeling that I must work with them. I have to help them in some capacity instead of being able to say, wait a minute, there's some red flags here and it doesn't feel authentic for me to work with this person. So one of the most amazing things about discovering your authenticity and what works for you is that I believe the more authentic you are to yourself, the brighter that you shine from the inside and the more you attract the people that you're meant to serve. So what does it mean to be authentic and discover your authenticity? A lot of it is around asking yourself really important questions. So I wrote down a few questions that I like to ask myself when I feel like I'm being backed into a corner, or when I notice that I'm starting to get triggered, or that my people pleaser is starting to come up and I'm abandoning myself and my own needs. So question number one, I notice when I'm worrying about a deadline, and I actually check in with my client to say the deadline is approaching. This is where I'm at in the project. If I need an extension, then I ask for an extension on the project. So instead of staying on my end and worrying that the client is not, pleased with me or happy about what I'm doing, I actually check in with them and create that communication. And then the question that I ask myself is, what can I do to be more authentic in this moment? What can I do to notice that people pleaser in me and be more authentic to who I truly am? Another thing that I do is be aware of my workload so that I can have plenty of time for wellness in my day, which includes taking breaks for lunch, actually drinking lots of water throughout the day, which are all things that I was not doing when I was deep in my people pleaser, because I felt like I really needed to get things done for other people and it would pull me out of my own wellness. And when you're pulled out of your own wellness, you're not being authentic to yourself at all. And it's a lot harder to hear your intuition when your wellness is out. So the last note that I have here is I remind myself of who I am when I'm being authentic and check in with myself to see what needs aren't being met when I'm feeling anxious or stressed. So the more I learn about who I am authentically, the easier it is for me to identify when I'm not being authentic. So when I'm noticing I'm getting really, really stressed out about something or feeling anxious, then that's a great time for me to check in with myself and say, what is out of alignment here? Is there something that is a red flag? Have I not been taking care of myself? And by asking yourself these deep questions, you are diving a little bit deeper into who you really are and learning what is right for you. And it's so hard because we really want to learn who we are from other people and get other people's feedback. But I found for myself, when I was so deep in what other people thought about me, I had, all these clients and all these people in my life looking around going, like, who do they want me to be? Who do they want me to be? Who do I need to be for this person? Instead of grounding and rooting into me and who I want to be and how I want to show up in this world. So I encourage you to ask yourself the deep questions and learn what it means to be authentic to you and how you can bring that authenticity into your business so that when you're working with your clients, you're not only attracting people who appreciate your authenticity, but you feel like you're providing real value and you can stay in that like calm, peaceful awareness with your clients.